Okay. I think we're streaming now. Yep. Okay, we're good. Waiting for this thing to make a whole bunch of sound. All right, so we are playing some BXD&D for GaryCon Virtual or GaryCon Online. The convention got canceled, but we're playing online and celebrating, as it would be, RPGs. Anyways, we're playing actually some what they call BX, so Basic and Expert Dungeons and Dragons. Basic, Expert. This one is definitely Expert because we are 7th level. Yes, 7th level, where all the power is. And I've got 3 great players. This is an adventure that I have adapted from the Trolema Adventures by Michael Prescott. And in this scenario, our group of adventurers has been offered, a great treasure by a very powerful wizard to kind of check in on and investigate a space called Tannòch. Tannòch is a mausoleum where the ashes of many powerful wizards are placed upon their death. Because, I guess, those in the know would know that many wizards make deals with things that are not so savory, and those deals often require servitude in the afterlife. But Tannòch is designed to maintain and keep their souls there, so they don't have to actually fulfill those obligations that they may have promised when they were, learning their fireball spells or whatever it might be. So this wizard that you're dealing with likely has a vested interest in Tannòch being okay, and has asked you to check this out. So you've been heading in that direction. You know that the place is maintained and guarded, controlled, however you want to say it, by a group of nuns. They come off the island about once a week to get supplies, which are brought in through this trading post / tavern that's kind of near the resting place. They have not shown up in weeks now. Enough time to make things a little bit nervous. So again, you've been sent in to investigate. Hopefully you're going to go to this island, find the nuns in good shape and be like, hey, what's going on? And leave. But they're not expecting that. So you come well armed and ready to go. As we start the adventure, you're pulling in at a trading post, or you certainly wouldn't call it a town. It's basically a single building with a couple of outbuildings that people can stay in if they need to, where trading is done, called Veryleaf. Veryleaf is about half a mile out from the kind of the edge of the misty lake on which the island of Tannòch sits. About a half a mile away from the trading post begins a large cemetery where the mages that cannot afford to make the deals to be interned at Tannòch are buried. And then after that kind of half mile of walking through that cemetery, you would get to the lake, to which you would take a boat or whatever to get to Tannòch. So we're going to start you actually at the trading post. You guys can introduce your characters. The sun is beginning to set on a beautiful autumn day. And as you approach maybe you're coming from different directions. You all know each other. But of course, at the level you're at now, you're often adventuring separately with parties. So I'm just going to kind of go through. You can all intro your characters, and I'm going to keep track of them here. So let's start with Crystal.
We have horses, you said, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you can have whatever you like. You're 7th level, so you can come in however you want.
Yeah. So, coming in, dressed in a set of plate mail and riding a war horse with barding around it, is this older knightly looking woman. You could tell that she has seen much in the way of war and combat just by, the expression she has in her eyes as she holds her horse by the reins. She has her shield drawn up on her arm, ready to defend at a moment's notice. And she has a lance kept down at her horse's side. She's ready to pull and charge if need be. She looks back at her uh, 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 kind of her, what would you call it? Like retainer, but looking for like squire, basically her squire in training, kind of, who's riding along and obviously not nearly as experienced as she is, and she calls to him, Reiner, and he instantly perks up, looking around worriedly, and she says, "Do not let your head fall low here, boy. Keep your eyes up and on watch." And he says, "Yes, of course, Miss Melisande. And I am playing the champion known as Shakira Melisande."
Excellent. Shakira is approaching the trading post on her beautiful horse. You see another of your, somebody who you've adventured with in the past, maybe you haven't seen in a little while, kind of coming up from the other side of the road. Young, let's introduce your character.
Along the dusty road, you see a couple of elves riding down. One of them has a long, silvery hair, wearing a very extremely ornate plate mail atop his greenish tunic. And following right behind them is an elf, a younger elf in a brownish hair, clad in leather armor and shield. You see both of them carrying a short bow on their backs. So as they ride toward the destination, the younger elf says, "Master Armalus, who are we gonna meet once we get there?" And the long silver-haired one turns back and says, "Well, Legomore, we're going to be seeing a couple of my old acquaintances. We have traveled together before, and we've had interesting adventures. And we all survived to live the tale about it. You're going to be meeting Shakira and my friend Shelfie. And maybe they brought their own friends as well. So Legomore, this is going to be an exciting adventure." And the younger elf nods. And as they approach, he sees Shakira, and you see Armalus raising his arm and says, and as he says, "Shakira, it's been a long time since we met. How are you faring today?"
Shakira would look at her friend, and almost approaching a small grin creaks across her lips, and she says, Armalus, yes, it's been such a long time since we've met, and yet you haven't aged a day since I last recall you."
"Well, the elven blood keeps me young. What about Shelfie? Have you seen our friend? Supposed to
Not
meet us
yet,
here."
but I'm sure he'll be coming along soon. You know how he was about being fashionably late.
"Yes. They're always on time, the magicians." And he smiles.
And almost as if on cue, Tony.
Yeah, and as she is walking in, you see a very large, imposing human female that probably stands 6'2", and she has this very short blonde haircut, very short blonde hair. It's kind of bobbing, and she's walking along, wearing her green pants and her purple cloak that is pulled up around her, and she's moving along. And they would know that Shalfi is usually very compassionate. She's truthful, almost truthful to a close edge point sometimes. and she can be foolhardy though, depending on what. But she's very driven at her missions, and she's very driven at this point of hearing about the nuns and not knowing what is going on out on the island. So she's walking along, mumbling to herself, and she looks back towards the retainer with her. His given name is Walter, but most people know him as his nickname Wata, because it has been rumored that his god gives him a power that he can actually walk on water itself. So that is Shalfi, the human female magic user, and her retainer, Wata, the cleric.
Excellent. So you all kind of converge, as I say. The sun's kind of coming down. You know, you've had a long day of travel. This is a fairly remote area, even though there's a trading post here, because it connects a couple of different lands. It's not used by too many people anymore, especially because of the vicinity to, you know, a large graveyard, and not everybody believes that what goes on at Tannòch is, let's say, the most good things in the world, right? You know, definitely magic users, even those that profess to law, often make deals that maybe they shouldn't, and I guess that's why they want to intern their bodies there, so that they don't have to pay the price later. In any case, you pull up in your horses, or however you transport yourselves there. You know, it's only about a mile or so to the actual the lake on which the island of Tannòch sits. Although the sun is dropping, so you could stay here. You know, you could proceed now. It's not the most luxurious place to stay, but you know, you're probably used to much nicer places now at the levels you're at and the amount of wealth that you guys probably have. But it kind of comes down to whether or not you're weary from the day and you want to travel out now, or if you'd like to go in the morning.
As Shalfi walks up, and Shakira looks upon her and sees that this is not the form she remembers. She would say, "Shalfi, oh, you look much better than you did before."
Yes, I know I've aged very well. I am a practitioner of herbalism, and the herbs and the diet I maintain has helped maintain my age quite wonderfully.
Well, how do you think we should proceed into this place? You were always the one who had insights into these places of magics and sorceries, as they say.
Well, you know, our friend Armilus here and his companion, being who they are, they have many, many years left. So I think we should proceed immediately. Make haste.
Armilus finally realizes that his friend has arrived, and he smiles upon her and says, "Ah, Shelfie, how you been?"
Oh, I've been wonderful, but I understand that there's possible trouble out at the island. But I say we make haste. We go now. We don't wait. I mean,
Of
you don't
course,
wait on things like this.
of course, we could
Of
speak as
course.
we travel. Um, and Armless would, point to the direction which they ought to travel, and says, "Well, my friend and I are entirely equipped. We're ready to leave immediately. What say
Indeed,
you, friends? Should we depart?"
I agree. Let us depart, and she'll look back to her traveling companion and say, "Reiner, take point for us. Make sure nothing comes up the road ahead."
Okay, yeah. I mean, at this point, you know, your companion is more than happy to do as told, and you guys, you know, get your horses going again after a brief pause. It doesn't take long. Like I said, it's about half a mile or so to get to these kind of low a low wall, maybe 3-4 feet tall, made of stone that doesn't seem like it came from this area. It's very, very kind of, it's like a dark marble, something you'd probably use to like line the halls of palaces, but it seems like a strange stone to leave as an outdoor wall against, in such an area. But the small gate that leads into the cemetery probably tells the story well, as the mages that are interned here are kept in peace by I guess the luxury, even though they might not be alive to enjoy it. And as you guys pull up to the gate, your steeds are a bit uneasy to enter a place of death. So if you want to take your horses through, you're going to need to make some kind of a charisma check. 3d6 against your charisma, or your horse will not enter the area.
Armilus gets down from his horse and he tethers it and motions to his retainer to do the same. And they both get off. And as they do, he turns to the others and says, "It seems our horses are upset by the aura of this foul magic about this place. How about we make our way on foot from here on?"
Indeed, I agree. Reiner, withdraw from your horse. Stake it into place.
You would have seen Shalfi would already been dismounted and already walking that way as the elf is speaking. She's probably a good 15, 20 feet ahead of them by the time they start walking.
I like to think that like Shalfi snaps her finger and the horse turns into a mouse and runs away.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So you unhorse and maybe tether the horses there so they can feed on the grasses and stuff as you make your way through. That it's only like half a mile, which is a pretty large cemetery, but not so large that it would take very long to get through. So you shoulder whatever equipment you're going to take, throw packs onto your backs or whatever you might do, and start walking through the gloom. By now the sun's gone down. There's just kind of a bit of an afterglow. So even those without the elven eyes can still see enough to kind of walk down the paths of the graveyard towards the water. And it doesn't take long. You're about you can actually see now. It's dropping down towards the the river's kind of set in a little valley. Not the river, the lake. I'm sorry. You can start to see the fog and stuff over it. This lake, is eternally fogged. And even the beginnings of the little dock that it has, the boat that will bring you to the island, not far from, the dock, as I say, maybe a few hundred yards. You are not surprised when suddenly, as you look around you, you see figures walking through the gloom of the graveyard, and you can smell the foul stench of undeath as they move on you. So let's actually roll initiative as the undead move closer. They are about 60 feet out on either side of you and also behind you. They're kind of circling you, basically.
How many are there?
You can't tell yet because they're so far away and it's kind of dark, but a lot. Definitely, more than there are of you. That's for sure. So I'm going to just go in order as I have here, and we'll do as we've done in the past, where I'm just going to initiative is going to just move forward by combat. So Crystal's going to do initiative this combat, and then it'll move down to Yang for the next one. So roll a d6 for the group. But is anybody casting spells or shooting missile weapons this round? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, Armilus would take out his bow, and he's going to motion to his retainer as well. And they knock their arrows, draw back, and they let it loose.
All right, I just need to know if you're going to do it because we have to roll initiative still.
Yep, okay. Spells for both of mine.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple.
I'm going to say that my Reiner, my thief companion, I'm going to say he's going to use a longbow. His deck's awful. He's actually not going to do that. Never mind.
All right. Well, okay. So you're going to melee? Okay. Cool.
Well, let me ask, how far away are they again?
About 60.
And they're pretty slow, right?
You cannot see what they are at this point. They could be any speed.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna melee for now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so roll initiative.
3.
All right, the creatures are going to go first. They begin to move up on you. They're not very fast. Now that you see that, but they can actually move most of the distance. So they move up about halfway, about 30 feet up, and you can see that there is a mixture of what appear to be like kind of. I mean, you're 7th level. They look like they're a mixture of whites and skeletons. Yeah, there's tell you how many are there right now. There's 2 whites, and about 18 skeletons. You can see the whites mixed in. The skeletons are actually they're actually about the same speed, so they all kind of move up. They're all about 30 feet away from you. At the end of their turn, they don't use missile weapons clearly, so they're moving up on you. So who is doing spells? Spells go before. No, it's missile. Then I'm sorry, BX. I keep doing this backwards. And BX, it is. Where is it listed on this thing? I'm just going to. I use this DM screen, but I feel like it's never. It's different than it is in Astonishing Swordsman and Sorcerers. It's like the opposite. We've been running so much of that. My head is wrapped into that. Okay, so missile, then magic, then melee. Movement, missile, magic, melee. Okay, so missile. So anybody's loosing an arrow can do it now.
Yep, Armilus and his henchmen would let loose their arrows.
Okay. Do you want to target a skeleton or a white?
He targets for the white.
Okay.
And they both miss. And Armilus, he says to his retainer, "All right, aim for the one that I'm aiming." And he shoots, and I rolled natural 1. And obviously that's where his retainer also shoots and misses.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right, cool. So you both shoot arrows into the ground. That's all the missiles, right? Because your character's not going to shoot a missile, right, Crystal? Because they're not good decks. So let's go into spells. So that'd be Tony's characters, I think, are the only ones.
Just my 2. What the cleric is going to look and recognizing what these things are moving towards him. He goes, "Yes, bring down and bring forth the power that you always give me, the power to turn these undead away before they harm any of the innocents that serve you." And he's going to cast a Turn Undead.
Oh, okay. So you are turning undead now, I think. What level are you?
Level 4, skeletons automatically are dead.
Yeah, you toast the skeletons. You don't get all of them, though. You got to roll to see how many. But
is it 2d6 or 3? 2d6? 6 total, then.
Nice. Yeah. So 6 skeletons are destroyed instantly. And yeah, you rolled 6 total, so that's fine. So it wouldn't go into the whites at this point. But yeah, you toast 6 skeletons in one mighty prayer.
Shalfi is going to look at one of the whites, knowing that they're the more powerful of the group and probably the leaders, from prior dealings. And she looks towards one of them, and she just, she's standing and posing at her 6'2", and she looks straight into the eyes of one of them, and she goes, "Foulness. You will not see. You will not know where to go. You will not know what to do." As she raises her hand, and a bright beam of light shoots out towards the eyes of that creature. She's casting light in one of the white's eyes.
Okay. To blind it? All right.
Yep.
Nice. All right, it's going to get a save, which it rolls a 7, which I'm sure does not make. So, all right, so one of the whites is blind. and that means it cannot attack. So you see it sitting there with its eyes like glowing, and it just kind of stops. Awesome, well done. They're not close enough to melee, so unless you want to charge forward into the undead group, Crystal, yeah. Or do you want to stay? They come to you because you guys are kind of all together. You could run forward into the group of them. There's about we'll say there was 2 whites on one side and 1 on the other, and then the skeletons are about half and half. So about half of the skeletons get destroyed on one side. But do you want to? I mean, you could either just not do anything, or you could and wait till next round. Or
yeah, Shakira will say to Reiner, on me, formations as we've talked about, and and quickly kind of like try to give Reiner pick up your shield, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff, and they're gonna stay put and let the skeletons come to them.
Cool. All right, good. So that's fine. So that's that round. Is anybody missling or spelling next round?
Spells.
Okay.
Missile.
Okay. So roll initiative, Crystal. Ooh, they got a 1.
Me again?
Yep. Yeah, the whole combat I'm going to use so I don't confuse myself.
Okay. 2.
Okay, you're going to go first. So missiles first.
Armalus looks at his retainer and says, let's try that one more time. And then
targeting the whites again.
Yeah. And I roll 4 and 7, so they both miss.
I mean, it is dark. Wow. Okay. Spells, Tony.
The cleric is going to call down on his god again, and he's thank you for helping and bless me to destroy some of these evil creatures. Now, give me your protection as I move forward. And he is going to cast protection from evil on himself.
Yeah, excellent.
Shafi is going to look towards the white that's blinded, and she's going to go, I will end your pain. I will end it as quick as I can. As she takes both hands, and these darts of these blue flaming darts fly out as I'm shooting 3 magic missiles at that one.
Nice.
Oh no. Well, it's okay damage. 9 total.
Okay. The 3.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the +1. So 9, 10, 11, 12 then.
Oh, that's enough actually. So that's that's the 3 missiles hit the white. It falls back and then it drops to the ground. And you see it moldering down there and no longer moving. It's dead. I guess his face is still lit up, but otherwise it's gone. It was undead. Now it's dead. Okay. They still haven't. I'll say you don't have to. If you want to wait until they get to you, you can attack this round if you want, Crystal, because otherwise you're going to lose another round, basically. Yeah. So if you just want to wait here, you can. They'll move it on you.
Okay.
I mean, I won't make you move to get to them.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll an attack or what?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll say some of them move in. Let me see what moves at you, though. Let's just do it that way. So we're gonna. Do you know what you want to attack?
I mean, I'm gonna attack any skeletons that move in, basically.
Okay, skeletons. Good.
Unless a white comes up to me, I mean, I would probably go for the whites first. But I think, the way I understood it, the skeletons were closer.
Yeah, they're all spread out. So I mean, there's a white on either side, so either one could attack you.
Okay, if a white attacks me, that'll be the one I'll attack. Shakira will say to her retainer, if the whites come in, focus on them first. Otherwise, hit a skeleton.
Okay, so attack the white then.
Okay, and no, I don't think I'm gonna hit it all.
Their AC is only 5.
Okay. Let's see. Well, Shakira. Let's see. She gets a +2 on her because of that sword, so she hits armor class 4. So she actually does hit for a total of 8 damage using her magical sword.
Nice.
But her retainer. Let's see if he has any strength. He does not. So he only hits armor class. He's a thief too. I don't have that pulled up. I mean, he rolled a 10, so I'm sure he doesn't.
What level is he?
With that roll, level 2.
All right, so
And
he's
rolled
level
a 10.
2, so he only rolled a 10. Just so you know for the future. So he needs to hit armor class 5. He needs a 13 total.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys both focusing on that one white. The other one comes in. Okay, so now they're kind of clustering up on you. And here we go. This is where Daniel has to roll a lot of dice. So I'm just going to do it this way to make life easier. There's a white there. The other white is going to go after the second person, which would be Tony's characters. So one of your 2 characters, the white, is going to go after. I'll deal with that in a second. One white's going after Crystal's character because you just fought it. So I'll just do that guy first to get it out of the way. He's got a 17. It's going to go after even will be your PC. Odd will be your henchman. 4. So that's going to be your PC. 17 hits AC 0. Does that hit you?
Oh, me?
No, Crystal's PC.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my player character. Yeah, that hits me.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna take a level drain.
Ah, man, fuck you.
Yeah. So that what are you a fighter, right? So you're gonna lose the points. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
7 points.
oh, you rolled it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I rolled it.
Yeah. The way I'm doing it, even though technically it's supposed to do damage plus the level drain, I never do that. The level drain is just the damage. That's just how I do it. So 7 points down, you drop a level. You feel yourself aging a bit, and your heart kind of skips 3 beats, and you kind of stagger back a tiny bit as the white grabs into you. Okay, so then there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 skeletons, so I'm gonna put 4 on each group. I'm gonna do the same thing. If it's even, it's your PC. If it's odd, it's your henchman. So let's do Crystal first, since I'm torturing you right now. Oh, 17 against your henchman. That'll probably hit because I just armor class 0.
Yeah.
That's the skeleton. Let's go to the skeletons for a second. I should have wrote down their damage. I think it's a D6. Oh, I'm on the skeleton page. Yeah, D6. D6 for the skeleton. So I'll roll this die for the skeleton's damage. 2 points of damage from the skeleton.
All right, he's dead.
Really?
Yeah, he only had 2 hit points.
All right, he drops. Second one. Actually attack. I mean, this is all happening at the same time. So 2 of them actually attack the thief and take him down. So third one also attacks the thief but misses. So they basically cluster around your henchman and take him down. So even though the first blow killed him, we'll say just for heroic effort, it took 4 skeletons to take him out.
Yeah.
Every single skeleton went after your henchman. Okay, so I guess because the white was on you. And then now against Tony's characters, I'll do the exact same thing. Even as your character, odd as your henchman. Okay, that's odd against your henchman. That's a 12. What's your henchman's armor class, Tony?
4.
Okay, so
Chainmail and a shield.
So 12 hits AC, only AC 6. So they need basically a 14 to hit your henchman. Again, against your henchman with a 14 that time, but only 1 point of damage. Hopefully your henchman has more than 1 hit point.
Yep, he's good.
All right. Third one against you got again. Wow, this die always rolls odd. Misses though. Yeah, misses. Okay, so your cleric henchman is able to fight off some of the skeletons. One, though, gets a decent blow on him. The skeletons against Young's characters, again, exact same thing. Against your characters. This is actually even, so that's against your PC. That's a 16 with the skeleton. What's your AC?
AC is 8.
Your PC's AC is 8?
My PC. My PC's AC is 0.
Okay, that misses you. Second one. Well, these skeletons like your PC, but they miss. Henchman, that's not going to hit. PC. Okay, so three of the skeletons are on your PC. The one on your henchman, but they all missed. And then there is one more white, right? Yeah, and that's going to go after. We'll roll this die. It's either going to go after Young or Tony. here. All right, so it's even. 1, 2, 3 is going to be Young's characters. 4, 5, 6 is Tony's. So it's a 2. It's going to go after same deal. I'll roll the die to see which one I'm going to go after. It goes after your henchman. It rolls a 19, which is probably going to hit your henchman since he has an 8 armor class. So your henchman gets hit by this white and is drained a level. Young.
Okay.
So what? He's still alive, right? He's like 2nd or 3rd level, anyways. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's 3rd level.
Okay, so he's going to drop down to 2nd level. He's going to lose 2 hit points.
Okay.
And he's going to lose that spell, I guess. He was 3rd level, so he'll lose his 2nd level spell. And that's all the bad guys. Next round. Is anybody casting a spell or
Yep, 1 spell.
or missiles? Well, they're kind of in melee now, so it might be difficult to shoot missile. So everybody's probably going to switch out to melee attacks. All right, cool. So just 1 spell for you. Crystal, go ahead and roll initiative. 5 for the undead.
Four.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just going to do the whites first because we're here. There's 1 white on Crystal's character and 1 on Young's henchman. So the 1 on Crystal's character is going to roll and get a 15, which hits AC 2, which misses you because your AC is 0, correct? And then 1 is on Young's henchman and misses with a 2. So the 2 whites miss. And then we'll just do the same thing with the skeletons. All right, here we go. First, actually, your henchman's dead, right, Crystal? So they're all going to go after you on your side. Miss. Miss. Sorry. Miss. Holy cow. You are fending off skeletons like crazy. Miss. Okay, all the skeletons miss you. You're bashing back with your skill as a fighter. It's Tony's characters. That's against your PC. That's a 15. What's your PC's AC?
8.
8. I think that might hit. He's an 11 to hit you, so that hits for 6 hit points of damage. Oosh.
All right.
All right.
That's a skeleton that did that? Okay.
That's a skeleton, yeah. Against your henchman, it misses. The second skeleton. Against your henchman, it misses. Against you, that's 11. 11 hits AC 8. Does that hit you, right? Your AC 8 is 8?
Yep. That's
5
me.
hit points damage.
All right.
Ooh, these skeletons are deadly. All right, Young's characters. Whew. Miss. 12 against your henchman. What's his AC?
8.
Okay. That hits AC 7. So you got hit. The henchman gets hit for 6 hit points of damage.
Ooh, that's no good.
Miss. And 1 more, right? Miss. Okay. Now it's your turn. Spell goes off first. You got hit actually, right, Tony?
Yeah, I did. So I lose
Yeah,
it.
so you lose the spell. You can make a D20 roll under your con, let's say, and if you succeed, then you won't lose the spell, but it's just not going to go off. We'll do that.
Well, hey, we're going to see how I got my dice in from the United Kingdom today, so we're going to see how this pink and green and white dice, how lucky it is. This will be the first roll it's ever made.
Let's see.
18.
Terrible.
That's not good.
Good if it was an attack. All right, so you get that spell. Okay, so then just because I'm on you, let's have your henchman go, Tony, and then I'll start back around the top.
Yeah, he's just going to swing at one of them. You know, it's on him with his mace. He's got a mace, so he's just going to start slinging around at these skeletons, hopefully.
Okay.
Now it rolls low. He'll miss.
Okay. Okay, Crystal.
I hit armor class 5 for 8 points of damage.
Boom, dead. Smash the skeleton into the ground.
Oh, I didn't hit a white.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That still hits the white. And actually, that kills the white. I forgot the white was still there. Yep. Boom, you killed the white that was on you. Wow, you're like surrounded by all these creatures and you cut down the large white in front of you. It falls. Now, Young, your 2 characters. You're surrounded by skeletons. Actually, you also have a white on you.
Okay. He's gonna cast light on the white's eyes.
You cast a spell because I already asked you at the beginning if you were
Oh,
casting.
okay. All right, right. Right. I'm gonna just go ahead and melee attack it.
Yep, go for it.
And I have rolled. Where's my effectiveness? I see AC 2.
Okay, that hits. Damage.
Okay. And let's see. The retainer hits 19, so AC 2 as well. Yep.
All right, give me some damage.
All right. So they're using their +1 sword, both of them. 3 and 7 plus 1, 2. That is 12 points of damage on the white.
That's enough. So you guys come down together as a team, and you stab through this white that was on you, and that has affected your retainer. So, and it falls to the ground, leaving only the feeble skeletons around. You hear more movement coming from the darkness as you're fighting. You can see that you're making noise, which is drawing more dead. So just so you know. And let's go into the next round. Crystal, initiative. 3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
2.
2. All right, I'm gonna go first. Okay. Man, all right, here we go. So no skeletons are dead, so it's gonna be the exact same thing. No, none more taken now, but you got both whites that time, so that was good. All right, so against Crystal's character, let me just see what they need, so I don't have to keep doing this. So their 1 hit die to get AC 0, they need 18. Okay. Miss.
I don't have an AC 0.
What's your AC then?
2.
2. Okay, so they would have missed on those two anyways. 17, then no, 16 they need to hit you. 17. Yeah, 17. Ooh, that was a 16, so it's a good thing it is 17. And last one. Nope, all 4 skeletons miss, so you're able to knock them back. Against Young's characters, against your PC, a miss. Against your henchman, a miss. Oof, against your henchman, a miss. Against your henchman, 10 doesn't hit them, right? No, they don't have great armor class, but it's better than that, so they miss. All right, finally, against Tony's characters, these skeletons are not able to hit anything. Miss against your henchman. Miss against your henchman. Ooh, that's against your PC. Wow, Tony, you're getting beat. An 18 hit your PC,
right.
6 points of damage.
6 points? Okay.
Yeah. All right, thank God you're high levels. And finally, another 18 hit your PC for 3 more points.
3 more, okay.
Oof, you're being targeted by these skeletons. It is now your turn.
Hey, question, Daniel, on BX, the spell earlier, but I was preparing and got hit. That slot's completely lost now, right?
That's right. That's
all right. That's what I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's back to you guys. Crystal.
I hit a skeleton unless there's a white around for 6 points of damage.
Dead. Nope. All the whites are gone. Young.
How many are there right now?
11.
11. Okay.
There's 11, and you definitely hear things rustling in the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna mess around, but he's gonna cast the spell next round. All right. So just doing the melee this time with the enchanted sword. I hit armor class. Let's see. What was that thing? Armor class 1. The main PC does that. And the retainer rolls a natural 1.
Okay. All right. So give me some damage on the first one.
And he does 4 points of damage.
That's enough. You smashed through another skeleton. Now they're at 10. Finally getting almost down into single digits. Tony.
I guess the cleric's the only one that can do something, right? I mean, because she lost that spell, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to try to hit one and roll a 4 on the die, so he's going to miss a skeleton on him.
Yeah, you're being overwhelmed by the skeletons. Okay, so we're coming into the next round. Is anybody doing a spell?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to try spells again.
Okay.
For one of them.
How about you, Young? Do you want to do it this round?
Yeah, he's gonna cast a spell as well.
Okay, fantastic. Crystal, initiative. Get a high initiative. Come on. Oof. 1 for the skeletons. Beat a 1. Boom. All right. Spells go off first. What you got?
Shafi is going to look at this area that you're describing of where we hear the noise. I mean, is it within 120 feet?
Yeah.
She is going to look at that area and go, there will be no more of your kind coming to help you. I'm going to block them all. She's going to cast her growth of plants to cause all those vines and thorns to come up within it says it can affect up to 3,000 square feet in an area of 100 by 30 or 50 by 60, whatever. Yeah. And it will last until the spelled, and nobody can come through it. The area is impassable to all but largest creatures.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So she's going to try to block that whole area to keep them from coming to them.
All right, cool. Yeah, you basically make an area to surround you that keeps the undead out. Fantastic. Good move. Young.
Armalus is gonna yell out to Shakira, Shakira, get ready to scorch the area. And then he's gonna cast polymorph others. He's gonna turn her into a gold dragon.
Okay. That seems reasonable. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see.
Just don't burn the plants up.
Wow. Okay. Gold dragon. You're not messing around. He's not like, oh, some basic dragon. No, I'll do a gold dragon. Yeah. I mean, you got to do it, right? Let's see. Let's just check this. That's what, a 4th level spell? Let us see exactly how this works.
Polymorph others, yeah.
Yeah. Duration, permanent. A living subject is changed into another type of creature as chosen by the caster. Hit dice. The spell fails if the new form's HD is more than twice the subject's. Okay, we'll check that, but I think you should be fine. Hit points. The subject retains the same number of hit points. Abilities. The subject truly becomes a new form. All special abilities are acquired along with behavioral patterns, tendencies, and intelligence. Special individuals. Spell cannot be used to duplicate a specific individual. Reversion. The spell, if the subject dies, it is returned to its normal form. An unwilling subject may save versus spells. I mean, are you willing to be turned into a gold dragon?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Armalus would probably have worked with her in the past, and she probably knows that he has dispel magic. I don't know whether, if the caster is able to, reverse it by placing dispel magic.
My friend is casting a spell upon me. I assume that whatever he's casting is a good thing, and I would accept it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say until dispelled. Let me look in the actual expert book.
Or, I mean, at the end of the day, he could just simply cast it another time the following day and turn her back into her regular form.
Yeah, it says on page X15 that the spell will last until dispelled or until the creature dies.
Yeah, okay. See, there you go.
That's the last sentence.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I wanted to check. So perfect. That's why I'm using, for anybody watching, I'm using the what do you call this? Old school essentials, which is that more like simplified version, but it leaves little things out sometimes like that. So, okay, yes. It needs to be dispelled. Okay, so you can dispel it. So you're totally fine. I mean, not that you probably would like to be a dragon, so why would it matter? All right, so you turn into a gold dragon, which means that, let's see, let's look at your...
I can breathe fire in a...
Yeah, you definitely can breathe fire.
In a 90 by 30 foot area.
Yeah, so you're -2 armor class. Hold on. No, you're good because you were 6 hit dice, right? So you're good because that's 11. Mm-hmm. So you jump up. That's good. Or you could breathe poison gas as well, but that's not useful against the undead. I'm assuming you also get the spells because it says everything that you would normally have. Because you're not going to be able to cast your regular spells, clearly, because you're no longer you. So we're going to have to figure out. Well, actually, you know what? You look at the spells you get here: 4 first, 4 second, 4 third. If that lines up with you, if you have those spells already, you can just have those. That way we don't have to.
I don't have any spells because I'm a fighter.
Oh, that's right, you're a fighter. Okay, so we're gonna have to roll spells for you. But so go ahead and do you want to do that? Just randomly roll. Actually, Young, why don't you do it while Crystal attacks?
Hey, what kind of die do I roll?
Let's see. It's D12 four times, then 2 times, and then no 4 times and 4 times and 4 times. So first, second, and third levels, but
Okay.
no
And
repeats.
how much does the fire damage do?
It does. It's equal to your current hit points. Although I will say that if you blow fire now, you're going to get every single person in the party because you're
Okay.
all clustered together. People will have.
Well, a while ago I had rolled already for my last weapon, and I rolled a 17, so I knew I hit. And I rolled a D8, which is what their claws are, and I rolled an 8, so that should be max damage. I don't know if I get like any bonuses.
No, Gold Dragon is 2d4 damage.
Oh,
It says here, and you get
okay.
you actually get 3 attacks.
So what do you want me to
Alright.
roll? 2D.
All right, hold on. She's just going to regularly attack this round, and then we'll figure it out. Because you're.
Okay.
you-
Yeah, give me a second. All right, so I'm sorry. Let me look at my gold thing here. Yeah, all right. So yeah. Oh, it's 2. Yeah, it's 2d4. Okay.
Yeah, 2d4,
Um,
2d4, and then so you get 3 attacks basically.
Yeah. All right.
And also 11 hit dice. So you basically you're actually better at attacking as well because you become the creature. You're basically your
Yeah.
attack is 8, so you gotta So to
Hey,
hit these
Daniel,
guys,
I'm right on that spell list page. You want me to do it? It's 4, 4, and 4. You said
yeah, if you don't mind.
because I'm right on that
Wait,
page.
do I? I'm 11 hit die, but I stay the same amount of hit points, right?
That's right. Your hit points don't go up, but now you are better at hitting stuff. I mean, to hit the skeletons, you only need a 4.
Oh, okay, because I'm 11 hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and reroll my first attack. Now I got 2d4 and everything. No, I rolled a 17 that first one, so I'm gonna do my damage, and I actually did 2 4s for the damage.
Nice.
So that's 8 damage.
Okay. So that's one
The
dead
one
skeleton.
skeleton.
Yep.
Then I will, seeing that skeleton dead, I'll go to claw a new skeleton. But I'm actually gonna miss. I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. You missed with the other claw, and then your bite.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to all of this. This new forming off. And then I will attempt to bite a skeleton. Ooh, and a 17. I really wanted to bite the fuck out of someone. And that damage is
66.
66. Okay. 4, 5. I'm just gonna have to.
I mean, it's dead. I mean, you can roll it if you just want to know the epic damage, but
Yeah, I do. I can know the epic damage what I'm gonna do.
you'll know later.
And how often do I get to roll 66?
True enough.
That off.
We see a rain of splintered bones, I guess.
Yeah. I do 14 damage to it. That's funny. I rolled a 6, a 4, and then 4 ones.
Oh, well, still plenty. You kill the skeleton. Unfortunately, skeletons have unyielding morale. So otherwise, if it was any other creature, it would definitely run now that there's a dragon here. But skeletons are not such the way. Yeah. So you pop up as a giant dragon. I guess Tony's rolling your spell, so he'll let you know what you got.
Yeah, I was going to type them in chat so we don't pick it up in the.
Yeah, and you just to mix the way it works is it's not a spell book, so you'll have those spells. You cast each one once.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and you can blow your breath 3 times a day. So just so you know that, and your breath is equal to your current hit points. That's the damage it'll do. Wow. Okay, that's pretty awesome. So you do that.
And there's a 100% chance that I talk, so I do talk.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, that's why you automatically have spells. You would only have spells if you. Should we see if you're asleep? I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what? I mean, I'm not going to check that. I'm just kidding about that. But I thought gold dragons always talk and use spells. They can also change their shape and often appear in the form of a human or animal. Gold dragons may breathe. So yes, you can change back to a human shape. But when you're obviously when you're in that shape, you can't breathe fire.
Yeah.
So
All right, Crystal, there they are.
All right, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty useful. So you're basically a dragon, but you can turn back and you can change into back to your human form if you want. if you desire to do that. Okay, so that was the spells that went off, right? Or are you also casting a spell, Tone? No, you did. So you guys both
Yeah, I
cast your
did. I
spells?
cast that growth of that plant.
Okay, so we're on melee, and then Crystal went. So then you have. What about your other character, Young? Are they got a melee attack?
Yeah, my retainer is gonna basically melee attack the nearest skeleton,
Nice. Go for it.
and he rolls 2.
That does not hit. How about the cleric?
Yeah, he's going to try to wham bam one of those skeletons on him. And that is going to, a nat 20.
Nice.
So 6 damage with the mace.
Yeah, that you crash into the undead, and he probably as a cleric that feels really good. As you knock it flat and it falls dead. Okay, that's the end of that round. So is anybody going to cast magic into the next round?
No.
Okay, perfect. So Crystal, roll initiative. Dragon lady.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 6.
4.
Okay, they're gonna go first.
Let them attack me.
Yeah, you wiped out 3, so there's only 1 on you, so that will attack you. Misses. I mean, you've got crazy arm class, so it's not going to be. And then basically we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 on each of the other groups. So on Young's characters, misses your PC. Ooh, nat 20 against your henchman. However, only 1 point of damage. That's on
he's
Young.
still standing with 1 point remaining.
Right. Against PC misses. That's all of them. And then on Tony's characters, there's 3 of them. Nat 1 against the henchman, so misses. 11 against the henchman, misses because he's got armor. Yeah. Ooh, 19 against your PC. Man, they hate your
Man, she is getting whooped up.
5 points of damage.
Crud. Okay.
Oh, but I think that magic user has a ton of hit points, right?
Not now, she don't. She
No,
did.
but she did though, right?
She
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I think that magic user, for some odd reason, maybe because you have a high con or something, has the most hit points of all the pre-gens. I was like,
Yeah,
well,
she
that's
had
great.
she had an 18 con.
Yeah, crazy, right? Okay, so that's through that round for them because they went first, and now it's your turn. So nobody was casting spells, right? So we'll start at Crystal.
On my turn, I'm gonna cast a spell.
I already asked.
No, not this turn. I'm sorry, not this.
You'll have to do it next round. So you can attack this round if you want.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of something else. When we get out of combat, I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I get 3 attacks. So first against the skeleton that tried to hit me. I easily hit it. I just flick it away with my finger. I'm then gonna turn and I'm gonna help defend Shelfie. Since magic user and all. So I'll use one of my swipes to take out a skeleton over there. Which I do, I hope, 6 points of damage.
Yep, did.
And then is there still a skeleton over there?
Yeah, there was 3 on Tony's group and 3 on Young's group.
So I'll bite a skeleton in Tony's group. And it's a 12 on the die for 6, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 points of damage. 22 points of damage.
Yeah, there's just dust where that skeleton was. Okay, Young, your characters.
My elf retainer is gonna cast a shield magic on himself.
Because you didn't say it at the beginning of the round.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the beginning of the round.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Okay. My elf retainer will do a fighting retreat away from the attacking skeletons,
Okay.
leaving my PC to defend all by himself.
Okay.
The PC has suggested that he retreat. Says
Makes
retreat,
sense.
Legomore, and my PC is gonna do a melee attack, and rolls a 15. That does, yeah. I mean his hit AC 0 is 14, so -1 AC.
Boom.
And
Yeah.
he does
Damage.
9 points of damage on him.
Wow, nice. You chop through a skeleton as your henchman wisely retreats. And Tony?
Let's see. There's one left on my cleric, and there's 2 that's left on Young's character, and that's it.
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to try to swap down the one that's on him and the cleric. That's probably going to miss. Yeah, we'll say it misses. I don't think it's close enough.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's 3 left total. That's the end of that round. So is anybody going into the next round? Is anybody going to cast a spell?
Do we hear that group where I cast the plants that are growing up? Did EM break through, or we don't see anything else coming?
No, they did not break through. There, you can hear them. You hear like movement out there, like they're trying to, like they're running into the wall and not really like knowing what to do.
Shalfie and knowing it's seeing the friend of the big dragon, knowing that things are under control now, so she's not no spells for me.
Okay.
The elf retainer is going to shoot an arrow.
Okay. And okay, so a missile, but no spells from anybody.
Nope.
Going, gone. Okay. Crystal initiative. Ooh, they got 6.
3.
Okay, they're gonna go first. Okay, so there's 2 on Young's PC and 1 on the cleric. 15 on your PC. That hits. I forget now what they need to hit you. 15 hits AC 4. So that does not hit you, right?
No.
Okay. And the second one, 20. But for 1 point of damage. So not 20, but 1 point. It felt like it was a good shot, but it didn't do any damage. And finally, against the cleric, the last one misses. Missile goes first, so your character can shoot an arrow.
And he releases the arrow. And, I roll 18, so that's
Nice.
a hit. And I believe it's 1d6. And he does 3 points of damage.
Nice. I'll say that kills it. I mean, it had 4 hit points, but essentially combat's over because the dragon's about to take out the last ones. Unless Crystal rolls really terribly.
Yeah.
So you can just describe
How many are left?
There's 2.5, but so you can describe how you wipe them out.
I'll at least roll to see if I attack them. 17. 5, which still hits.
Yep.
And an 18. She basically just like the one that's on the magic user, she like stomps it with her claw. Then she picks up one of the skeletons and just like yeets it towards the castle. And the last one, she just comes in and gives it a good chomp. And she like throws it up in the air, and when it comes back down, like the bones just smash and scatter everywhere.
Nice. Where's growth in plants, Tony? What level is that?
Okay,
level
and
4.
then-
It's on page X16, I believe. No, 15. X15 at the top.
So after the combat ends, the dragon suddenly there's like kind of a golden light around it, and it comes down into like a human-sized form, and suddenly it's Shakira, but much younger, like back when she was in her prime.
Nice.
And she says, she walks up to her elf friend and says, Armelias, you can keep me like this. I'm totally fine with it.
Very well. Well, it's good to be like the old times, Shakira.
And then Shakira will see her fallen apprentice. And did anyone else fall?
Mm-mm.
Nope, just the one guy.
Okay. Yeah, so she's going to pick up his sword. And I don't guess anyone else could use it, could they? No one else in the party?
I think everybody has magic swords at this point.
Okay.
I
So
think.
she's
Might
just
be
gonna,
wrong. I can use them anyways.
all right, yeah. She's just gonna like keep it on her person for now to have it. Maybe to remember him by or something. And then she's gonna take a gold dragon form again, and she's gonna use her giant hand to scoop up a large pile of dirt and then push his body into the dirt and place the dirt back down into the hole she made, and like pat it down, and then she'll take her human form again.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, you can definitely do that. You would know that you can actually probably hear that they're starting to kind of move around the area,
Okay.
the growth and plant area. So you know that eventually the undead will get to you.
Okay.
Because
She
there's definitely
says-
areas that are open.
Let me read this spell real quick.
You don't see it. You don't see them, yet, but you would know that, like, because it mostly affects the larger like bushes and stuff. And
Okay.
since there's a road here, they can kind of get around it a bit.
Okay. Shakira is then going to call everyone in. She's going to say, everyone, get in on me. Real close, real close. And assuming that they do, she'll cast invisibility 10-foot radius.
How far are we from the area we're supposed to go, the castle, or whatever?
You're like about 120 foot from the shore, and you see there's a dock down there and a small boat.
Okay.
You don't see the castle. You know it's in the middle of the lake, but you know you're it's too far away for you to see, but it's also very foggy. You would imagine not very far.
Before you do that, Shakira, Shafi is going to look at her cleric, and she says, I apologize for what I'm fixing to do, because I know that this is going to disturb you, but you have to understand I am very, very injured, and we've already lost one party member before we even get to the location. We need all the help we can get. And she's going to take out a scroll from her scroll case and start chanting these words back and forth. And she's going to take her hands like she's touching the ground. And right before she touches the ground, she's just going to jerk them and lift them up and go, rise, my minions, rise to help me. She's casting Animate Dead from the spell scroll to animate 7 skeletons to go with them.
Okay. Yeah, the clerk isn't like that, but
And it says they are AC 7 and
Yep.
will have the same hit dice as the original.
okay, so 4.
Um,
And well, 1 hit die, but 4 hit points.
are you going to have them, like once that turn, are they going to be invisible as well? Or do you want to, like, have them just, like,
Together.
surround our
That would-
invisible group?
I guess that would be up to Daniel if they can all make it in a circle with us.
I don't think that many people can fit into a circle unless you're going to be super close together. I mean, they probably could get close enough to be in the circle, but I don't think they're so organized that they'll march. I mean, imagine a 10-foot circle. You can certainly do it. You're just going to be super close together. It's up to
Yeah.
you. You could do it
I mean,
because as soon as they step out of the circle, they're no longer invisible. It moves with you, but not with them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the elf retainer Legomore, he complains about the rotting BO.
yeah, I'd say since they're undead, we could just have them walk around us then, right?
Yeah, I mean, her whole
like, 'cause
plan
the
is to,
skeleton, the other undead shouldn't try to bother them.
her whole plan is that they're under her command. So her whole plan is that when we get to the location, she's going to use them to march forth and go in front of us. That's the plan.
Yeah. So we'll be invisible, like, behind them or whatever, because they won't bother the undead. Like, the undead around here shouldn't bother the other undead.
Yeah, and you can't backstab undead either, apparently. All right. Yeah. I mean, you're high enough level that you would know that while in theory that sounds right, if not, no matter what the creature is, whether undead, a dragon, a PC, if they enter into an area that's been protected by undead that are designed to destroy anything that goes in there, they will attack the undead. It's not like you're automatically free because you're undead, but that may or may not be an issue, just so you know. I mean, you would know that's the case.
How large is the dragon?
Huge.
If the dragon is the center of that 10-foot radius, I mean,
No.
are you in your dragon form or are you in your
Oh,
human?
I'm in it. I told you, like, you can see my picture there. Like,
Okay, gotcha.
I'm in human form. I'm in the form of Shakira, but when she was, like, young and in her prime.
And I guess I should probably mention that, it doesn't say one way or the other, but the way that I run polymorph in this is that anything you were wearing, because you grew into something gigantic, is trashed. So, like,
Okay.
all your armor, all that stuff is gone. I mean, the sword wouldn't be broken because you had it in your hand, but...
But I'm still, like, AC 0 in human form, right?
Oh, yeah, you still have the dragon's,
Okay.
So
I can make it look like I have that cool armor on.
Yeah, exactly. But your original armor is actually gone. But you now have, no matter what, you could make yourself look like you're in regular clothes and you would have the same armor class. That's the dragon's armor class. because gold dragons are like awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Good. So you bring everybody in and you form yourselves into an invisible crew, and you make your way down to the shoreline, where you see again a small dock, and sitting at the edge of the dock is like kind of a large rowboat. So not like the small little rowboat you might see with like one seat, but like big enough that it could hold probably about 12 people or more. You know, which is probably most many people you have. And it has a little sail, like a mast coming up with a sail on it.
Is it enough for all of us, including the 7 minions, to get in there, or enough room?
Yeah, I think you'll be able to get in there, but you'll be tight. I mean, they're probably gonna have to stand, but they're undead, so they probably don't care. You can smush them in.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think it holds 12 people, so you got 7 of them, and I think there's exactly 12 of you, right? Because there's 3 PCs and 2 henchmen. So that's exactly 12.
Yep.
That actually worked out perfectly.
Oh,
I couldn't have planned that better if I had. Okay, so it is dark now, completely dark, as you kind of approach the shore. And you look out onto this, you see this boat, and you look out onto this this lake. You can only see maybe about 10 feet or so out into the mist, and you know that what you know of Tannòch is that it is in the center of the lake. And you basically see this boat sitting here. So what do you guys want to do? What's your plan?
Should we get on the boat or fly on our friend?
no, we should
I
go.
don't think that you could all fit on the back of the dragon.
We should
not
go
safe.
in the boat. We should take the most inconspicuous way across.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
agree.
Armalus checks the boat for holes or any other, magical traps, or traps, and he's gonna have his friend, his retainer, use the sword's power to detect evil on the boat.
Okay, yeah. You use the detect evil spell. You sense that the graveyard and the surrounding areas have been tainted with evil, which actually you probably think is unusual, because even though this is not the most lawful of places, it shouldn't feel as evil as it does. So it actually feels a little odd to you, but the boat itself is not. The boat seems fine.
Okay. And, the retainer basically relays that information. He says, well, the boat doesn't radiate any aura of evil, but the surrounding areas has been defiled, he says. And Armalus says, good work.
Nice. So as you kind of get on the boat, or you're looking at the boat or examining it or whatever, you see that on the mask is written in kind of it's actually written in an elven tongue, so obviously the elves can read it. The word for wind. It's literally just the word for wind in Elvish.
Okay. As soon as everybody gets in, Armalus reads the word and says the word wind in Elvish.
Okay. So you disintegrate. No, I'm just kidding. No, you when you do that, the mast opens up. I mean the sail folds down rather, and it fills with wind, and you start moving slowly into the center of the lake. And after a few seconds, you're basically in the water, surrounded in all sides by mist. You really can't see much around you as you're kind of cruising across the center. So that not very long into that, you actually see you're approaching this. You immediately notice something unusual, especially the elves and maybe the dragon, because you probably have very good vision. Is that the top of this tower here looks like it's destroyed, which is not something that you would have thought. I mean, that seems unusual. You can see that if you look at the bottom of the image, right, stairs go down to the water, and there's like a little dock there. It's not shown here, but there's a dock there, and there's another boat that looks like the boat that you're in, sitting at that dock. In addition, to that, you've got that hold on, you talked. No, I lost the map. In addition to that, you've got like a cave. I don't know, you can kind of see that to the right of where the stairs are.
I have a question. Is our boat invisible?
Nope.
Okay. But we're still invisible.
The only things that are invisible are things that started inside the cone as far as the spell goes, and as soon as anybody steps out, they are no longer invisible.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming you're not using any light, even though it's pretty dark, because you've got infravision, and the dragon must be able to have. I think all monsters in basic have infravision, so the dragon can see in the dark too. The others that don't have it are probably just trusting in the fact that they're being led, properly. So the boat kind of pulls up very softly and quietly to the small dock that you see. That's basically, it's shown that rock that's at the bottom of the stairs is equivalent to where the dock is. It kind of pulls up right there. And as I said, there's another boat just like the one that you're in sitting there. And as soon as your boat lands, the sail, loses the wind that was in it, and it kind of folds back up gently. And now it just sits there.
Okay, we should proceed with caution, for we do not know what lies ahead.
Indeed. Let me see if there's a...
I would like to use my sword. I assume I still have my sword with the polymorph, right?
Yeah, the sword would not have been destroyed, so you definitely can... the thing is, if you turn back into the dragon, you're not going to be able... I mean, the sword, you're going to have to figure out a way to pick it up or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the dragon's hand is too big to carry it. So, like, if you polymorph now and fly to the top and then change back, let's say, you wouldn't have the sword with you.
Okay. I would like to use my sword. I pull my sword up. I unsheath my sword, and I pull it up to my eyes, and I say, Celeste, give me sight beyond sight. And I use it to detect traps.
Like on the, just in, what is it, like a 10-foot or 20-foot range?
It just says detect traps.
Oh, yes.
I guess as the spell.
I think it has a duration, and as you move about, you might be able to see traps. I think.
No, it doesn't work that way. I mean, the spell might, but that's not how it works with the sword. The sword, you hold it in your hand. It's a regular spell, right? So within 10 feet, 3 times a day. You have to hold it in your hand and concentrate for a round. And then you just detect them around you. So from where you are, you're basically going to be able to detect them like on the dock, basically. Before you get out of the boat. That's your plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The sword does not detect any traps. Like you don't see any traps, or they're not detected by the sword, I should say. So there's no traps, basically. That was a very long way to say there's no traps.
I detect no traps here. Their sword.
Well, as I say, we can send our 7 companions ahead of us now, that they will serve me until their death, and let them go 20 to 30 feet ahead of us. And if they find something, of course, we will be alerted.
Indeed.
Armulus nods, but you see his expression is not that of approval.
Oh, good Armulus. I see your elven expression there. I don't usually know where to take it. You're always looking that way, but do you have any other ideals that you would like to present to us?
No, Shelfie. I believe what you're suggesting is probably the most cautious way to proceed. But I just do not like the fact that we have to disturb nature by raising these undead ourselves.
Says the person turning into a golden dragon.
But you're still alive. These aren't undead creatures. They belong under the earth.
We shall give them a proper burial after this is over.
But Armulus, think of it this way. If they fall into that pit 20 feet ahead of us, it will save you.
Indeed.
I acquiesce. Let's go on.
Okay. So yeah, or the skeletons, who are not invisible, step up onto the dock, and at your command, start to walk to the edge of the dock, then turn and start to march up the stairs.
Yeah, and I want to send them, like 30 feet in front of us distance.
Okay. Do you want them to just like go 30 feet, then stop, and then wait for
Well,
you?
no, they'll probably know like when we keep coming up, to stay that 30 feet distance between all of us.
Okay. All right.
Keep moving slowly
So
up
they
the
literally just
stairwell.
walk. All right, that's fine. So they're just going to walk up the stairs. You command them to walk up the stairs basically, and you just follow 30 feet.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah, you guys get on the stairs and you start marching up. Let's get a marching order while we're at it. I mean, skeletons first, clearly, and then who's next?
I'll lead the way, I guess.
Okay.
I would think what Shafi would have to be somewhere up front or in the middle, wouldn't she, to kind of control the skeletons, we'll say, I guess.
Yeah, unless you want to scream at them. You want to be as close as possible because they obey the, I mean, it says obey command, so I'm assuming you have to talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, she'll go second then, knowing that she has the...
Armulus is right behind her, and he's going to command his retainer to stay behind him. Don't put himself in danger.
Okay. And
I'll send Watu or Water at the back of the group in.
Okay. You can just walk over here. Or they say, anyways.
He could add.
Yeah. So, perfect. Yeah. So the undead are marching up the stairs ahead of you. You can see by the map that the stairs kind of go up a bit, then hit a landing, then they go up a little bit further. I mean, you're surprised. How does this happen, actually? You see a large column of fire erupt from the center of the skeletons. Kind of like, they're marching up, let's say 2 by 2. So there's like 3 rows of them, basically, or 3.5. And from the center, you see a column of fire rip open and start. It's like spinning and burning. And let's see if it takes out any of these skeletons. Has to roll an attack, I guess.
Is it like coming from like the side of a tower, or like up underneath their feet, or?
It looks like it came from under their feet.
Okay.
And it's there, and it's spinning. And it rolled a 20. Yeah, I don't think they can. Well, actually, there is a small chance they could survive it, I suppose. So let me just look.
Is it kind of like the way it come up, like spinning, kind of like a tornado or something, like a
exactly.
All right. All right. That's what I needed to know.
Yep, it comes and comes up here. They're marching. So I'm going to say to hit 4 of them immediately. Yeah, 4 of them just completely erupt in flame, leaving 2 that are beyond your sight now because they're on the other side of the flame, and 1 that's on your side of it. You guys are 30 feet back. This thing is still spinning, and let's roll initiative.
Casting a spell.
Okay, yes. Everybody rolling casting a spell.
Let me check my spells real quick, just to be sure. I don't think so yet.
No spells. Okay. Actually, it's Tony's initiative turn.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, a 5.
Oh, they got a 4. You go first. So you see this thing erupt, and spells go first. So you literally go first.
Yeah, when she sees that, she knows, or she thinks she knows from experience. She grabs into a scroll case and she pulls out a number scroll and she starts chanting the words. And you see like a aura come around her, and almost maybe Shakira would think it's like a shield. She would think it's in the appearance of a shield, as I'm casting protection from elementals from the scroll.
Excellent. All right, so you cast that. You, of course, become visible because you're casting.
All right.
Okay, so that's it for spells. So I'm going to just go... I'm just going to always go from the top. It's just easier for me, unless somebody really wants to do something different. So, Shakira?
I'm just watching right now.
Okay.
I'm staying invisible.
You are more than welcome to watch. Armorless and companion.
He's going to take a step back and says, look to Shelfie and says, "Is it a fire elemental?"
I have my thoughts of what this could be. Yes, I do think that it is some type of elemental form that has come up out of the ground.
I could turn the rocky stairway into mud if you wish, but I'm going to hold off on that until you advise me to do so.
You do
And,
what you wish. Do not wait on me.
Yeah. And he's going to scan the area, but, he'll... Wait. Can we cast spells at this point, or do we have...
I asked if anyone was casting a spell, so no. You're
Okay,
either
okay.
moving or meleeing.
I gotcha.
Nothing, like Crystal.
Yeah, he's going to, motion his retainer to step back.
Well, you're invisible.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to stay invisible. He's going to take no action.
I mean, you can yell to the retainer, but he can't see you.
Yeah.
In fact, even just stepping backwards on the stairs is likely to knock somebody over that's behind you because you're literally all invisible and standing super close together. So that's up to you.
Which is why I haven't moved.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not going to move.
Okay, so you cast a spell. How about Watia?
He's just going to stand there. He's standing at the back, not moving at all.
Okay. All right. So basically, you appeared, and this ring of fire, as it would be, goes whoosh, and goes up the stairs and is going to attack the rest of the skeletons. 14. That's gonna hit. I'm going to look. I'm sure. Okay. The two skeletons in the front are destroyed. So there's only one skeleton left. Since you didn't tell it to attack or anything, it's just going to stay. It's standing there. And now we're coming to the next round. So does anybody want to cast a spell this round?
Yeah, I will cast it. I'll cast haste on all of us.
Okay. And anybody else casting?
Since I'm visible, yeah. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm not casting spell. I'm going to use a potion.
Okay, that's fine.
Armillus is now visible too, right? So.
Was that?
Armillus is now visible too because he just cast haste.
Well, when he casts a spell, he will be, yeah. But we haven't rolled initiative yet.
Okay.
If he's gonna or missling.
If he's gonna cast a spell, since I know that, can I also cast a spell?
Yeah, we haven't started initiative yet. If you want to cast a spell, you can cast a spell.
No, I'm not gonna cast a spell. Let's just play it out.
Yeah, Armillus is gonna basically yell out to everybody, "I will hasten us all so that we could attack it better."
Cool.
And he's gonna cast haste.
Awesome. Okay, so let's roll initiative, Tony.
All right.
2.
I had a 2 also.
Okay, simultaneous. So, even if you kill it, you guys can just go first, but it all happens at the same time. So if things contradict, we'll have to figure that out. But spells go off first. So haste, boom, nice. Let me just check that again to see if you did the fatal PC thing that PCs always do. You may not have. Haste, haste, haste. Haste makes waste. Hold on, is it a second level spell?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Oh. An expert spell. Love it. Man, I like this high level stuff. I like the spells. You don't get to use them as much.
I think we aged like 3 years or something.
Not in this edition.
Okay.
However, it does affect up to 24 creatures in a 60-foot diameter, which means that you also affected the thing that you're fighting. So it is also hasted. That's what I thought was going to happen. So you haste, boom, you become visible.
Oh man!
You're drinking a potion.
Yep, I'm gonna drink a potion.
Okay. I don't see why. I don't think that would make you visible. I don't see why it would, unless it's a potion that makes.
Well, I was already visible before. Remember,
that's right.
I used that protection from elementals.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. So you drink your potion. Go ahead.
I am drinking my potion of levitation, and I'm going to start levitating up in the air.
Nice.
Straight up.
How fast does it go?
I'll be able to move twice as fast too.
Yeah, I mean, up in the air. I guess I could go.
Yeah. I say so. Yeah, why not? Well, it does say magic doesn't speed up, but it says casting of magic. So I'll say you can levitate twice as fast. Why not? Let me look at haste one more time. It may or may not. Levitate. So you can go 20 foot if we are not. Let me just check.
I think the potion though says. Let me. I just found it.
Oh, it's
Man,
potion
I just changed the dang page though. I'll have to find it again.
Yeah, potion might be different. I forget that sometimes. Sorry. Haste, 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 haste. The spell does not affect the rate at which magic works, so I'm going to say that you wouldn't go twice as fast with the potion.
Motion up or down is at a rate of 60 feet per round
Holy crap. That's super fast.
on levitate
right.
potion. Yep.
How fast do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm going to go up the whole 60 feet up in the air, straight up.
6. Okay.
And on the way up, she yells down at Shakira. She goes, "If you turn in to the golden friend, be sure and pick me up."
All right, so you go straight up. Wow, all right, a lot of stuff going on. This is awesome. Let me just check something else. I think. Well, that's fine. You do that. So you guys can start to make your attacks because you go first. Let's go. Shakira, are you going to attack? Or
What Shakira's going to do is, I assume you said we're like halfway up the stairs, right?
Yeah, you're about basically near that first platform.
Okay. So what Shakira's going to do is she runs off that platform and leaps off the edge.
Into the water?
And as she's going down, she takes form into her golden dragon form. But I guess I'm still invisible, right? Because I have the 10-foot radius and it's cast on me, right?
Yeah, but that's, I'm going to say polymorphing, basically changing from the dragon, is going to count as casting a spell. That's a magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm hasted. So what I'm going to do is, since I can move twice as fast, I'm going to fly back up. And I'll this is my plan on what I'm going to do. So you decide how many turns it'll take me to do it or whatever. But I'm going to fly back up, grabbing the elf and the cleric first. I'm going to fly them up to the top of the tower. And where I'm going to basically place them down, not at the door, but like that little plateau area where it's like there's a few stairs. And then there's like a plateau, like way away from the water, like basically like southeast of the tree. You see what I'm talking about?
Right by the door.
Down. Like if you look at the door and go straight down, there's like that grassy little area.
Yeah.
In the, I don't know if I can just share my screen.
No, I see it.
But that area right there, I'm gonna set them down right there.
All right.
Like way away from the elemental.
All right. So you're going to jump off the side and change, hopefully, before you hit the water. Is your plan?
Yes.
Okay. That seems legit. I mean, that's fine. So you jump off.
Okay. I jump off and I change. I don't know if that movement, because like I said, I'm hasted.
Well, actually,
right
technically,
now,
you can move and cast a spell. And since changing is casting a spell, I'm going to say that you can't jump and do that. But what you could do, you could jump, go into the water, and then change and fly back out, or you could change the water and fly away. Like
if I don't think it would kill me, then I guess that'll be okay.
Well,
like
it's about 30%. You're going to take 3d6 halved if you jump.
Okay. No, I'm not going to do that then.
You could change where you're at though if you want. Although it'll probably knock everybody else off the stairs if you do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Or you could run and do it. I mean, you wouldn't knock Shelfie because she's 60 feet in the air now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, awesome.
Shoot. Okay.
Okay, think on it. Let me just move forward.
Yeah,
I mean, rush.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Just because just so I know what everybody's doing.
Oh.
What's Amaryllis doing?
Armless is gonna charge forward and he's gonna melee.
You're gonna run towards the flame. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine. You should be able to do that. Go ahead. Of course, you become visible as soon as you do it.
Yeah, he's gonna attack.
Go for it.
With the magical.
So he's already visible.
With the magical weapon. His sword.
Yep, you can definitely attack with the sword.
Okay. Yeah.
Into the fire.
He he approaches it and attack it with the sword and swings, and he misses.
It's a swing and a miss. Okay.
Oh, because he's hasted, he could attack twice, right?
That is correct. You.
All right. He's gonna do the second attack, and this time he hits armor class. Let's see, armor class 2.
That hits.
Okay.
You hit the fire.
Get the fire, and he does 7 points of damage, or he's supposed to with that magical weapon.
Oh wow, nice. Okay, yeah. I mean, you cut into the fire. You hear a strange screech of pain from fire. Whatever fire feeling pain sounds like is what you hear. Okay. So you're visible. You're floating invisible. What about your henchman there, Amaryllis?
His henchman's actually going to stay back away from,
Okay.
From the stairs. Actually, he's going to try and navigate down back to the boat if he could.
Okay, that's fine. Water's behind you, or what tier?
Okay.
What's what tier doing?
He would just stay there. I mean, he's probably knows to stay there until someone tells him what to do. So at this point, he knows. So he's just kind of standing there. He would move to the side though if he sees the other one wanting to come.
Well, you don't
back.
see him; he's invisible. But I'm gonna.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
I mean, you come pushing. If you want to move slowly down the stairs, you can do it without running into him. I mean, I'm not going to be a dick. If you go charging down the stairs, then forget it. Actually, let's decide how you go down the stairs by making a morale check, because that's always a fun way to do it. So roll 2d6 and see if your character runs Yang, or if he, or your henchman, I should say, runs, or if he takes his time.
2d6.
Yep.
I rolled 9.
9. Okay, what's your character's charisma?
His charisma is 13.
Oh, that might be good. I have to look it up. Do you have you don't have a proper character sheet, so now I have to look it up.
I have the.
What's his morale?
Let's see here.
If it's that screenshot, I don't see it on my.
I don't see the morale.
No, it's not on the PC. It's not on the henchman. It's based on your character.
Okay.
Your player character's charisma is how your henchman's.
Okay, my player character's charisma is 12.
Right. Okay, so that means that your henchman's morale is 7, and since you rolled a 9, he runs. Go ahead and make a check, both you and the cleric, a d20 check under your dexterity to not fall down the stairs as you crash into each other.
Oh man, this dex is terrible.
No. Yeah, mine is too.
Oh no, I rolled 8.
I actually made it 5 out of 9.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you crash into the cleric, who doesn't fall over, but I'll say that you kind of trip down. It's you kind of stumble. You'll be able to get down next round, but you didn't get to move this round, I'm going to say.
Okay.
And luckily, Tony's cleric was not casting a spell because he would have lost it. Okay.
Wartier screams at him, "What are you doing, you foolish elf? We have a dragon on our side. Why are you running?"
And speaking of the dragon, what's the move?
I know what I'm going to do now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, my turn. Okay. I can take any form, right? As a dragon?
Form of a woman or a human, really a woman, I think is what it says. You can turn into a. Let me read it. You can turn into a person, basically. Gold dragons always use they can also change their shape and appear in the form of a human or animal. Yeah, you can turn into an animal as well.
Did I turn into an earth elemental?
No, that's not an animal. Think about fairy tale tradition. It's a gold dragon. You can turn into like a maiden, or you can turn into like a bird. Yeah, you don't turn into something to fight. It's not 5th edition.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you want to fight, you fight as a dragon. You're a freaking dragon.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to put my friends in danger. So that being the case, I'm going to turn into like.
I mean, you can also just move up the stairs. Oh no, actually, Young's character ran up there now, so you'd be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
Okay.
do something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna turn into like a regular bird, like just like a hawk, let's say, and I'm gonna fly off.
Okay. You turn into it. Well, again, you can't cast and fly the same round, so you turn into a hawk and you're there. You can fly next round.
Well, I mean, like, but I can haste, right? So, like, could I, using the haste, could I fly off?
Cast a spell, which I'm considering this a spell, and move in the same round. No matter
Okay,
what.
all right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Let's see.
Can Crystal not melee attack?
Not this round, because you
Okay.
just turned from the thing.
I mean, like, I could run up in human form, I guess, and attack, but I mean, it's an elemental. I'm not dumb enough to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you have a sword. Well, I don't know. Young's character ran up in human form.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get burned, guys. But you know.
I was gonna say, I'm not stupid. I wouldn't do that. That's not like
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I haven't eaten. Forgive me.
No, I'm not talking. Okay, so fun. All right, good. Wow, you have a lot of magical effects going on. That's pretty cool. All right, so you turn into a hawk. Everybody's gone now. It's the thing's turn. It is going to lash out at what's in front of it, which is Young's character. And it's hasted, so it gets 2 attacks. Which is it rolls a 1 on the first one, so it misses terribly. It's not used to being so fast. It's like whoa, spinning around. And then second attack, it rolls a 15.
Armulus is, should be wielding his shield. That brings down his AC to -1.
Nice. He hit you.
Oh.
Yep. Let's see. You take 13 points of damage.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. This fire thing rips into you. However, I think, just quickly check something. As soon as that happens, because that was 3 rounds, right? I believe it turns back into its true form, which is a gold dragon. No, just kidding. Yeah, 3 rounds. Okay, so the fire swings around you and burns you, and you kind of stagger back, and you see standing in front of you a tall man with dark reddish skin, a demonic face, and he's dressed in kind of robes, and there's like fire kind of light in his eyes as he looks at you and laughs like that. And that's that round. So is anybody doing a magic spell or
Yep,
missile
spell.
weapon?
Yep, me
I'm
too.
doing magic, I guess.
Okay. So
No, I'm just gonna move. Never mind, I guess. Yeah.
okay. You're gonna move. Okay, that's fine. Movement comes first before magic, even. So movement, you guys are doing magic, and let's do initiative. I think it's Tony still, right?
All right.
Ooh, roll 1. It's super slow.
Out of 4.
Okay. Spells go first. Actually, movement goes first. Where are you moving to, Shakira?
She's gonna fly up to that grassy knoll I was talking about a while ago.
Okay, by the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, you fly up there. Perfect.
Flies up there. She starts cleaning herself as she watches the fight going on.
Yeah. So as you're flying up,
Oh, please don't kill me.
yep. No,
I'm
I'm not
having
gonna,
too much fun.
I wouldn't kill you. I wouldn't do that. I mean, a stone
Don't dispel me.
flies through the air.
You know what? You can kill me, just don't dispel me.
Oh no, I'm not going to dispel you. Not yet. That would suck. I love the gold dragon. Are you kidding me? I love this. Giant. All right, so this thing throws. You don't see it, of course, but I'm just gonna do it now because it's just easier to deal with. A large rock flies through the air and tries to take you out. Oh my god! Roll a 20. A large rock hits the hawk.
So if I'm in hawk form, I guess I have hawk stats, right?
Nope. No, because you're not really polymorphing. You're still a.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
No, you're still a dragon. You still have the really good armor. It just rolled a 20, so I know that hit you. 11 points of damage.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, so a large stone hits you, and probably as you're tumbling, to try to correct yourself and land, you see that there's a very tall woman, I think. Yeah, it's a very, very, very tall and lanky woman. She must be about, 12 feet tall, but very, very thin and kind of haggard in appearance, and like long nails and dirty hair. And she clearly just threw this rock at you, and she's kind of looking at you. She's sitting at the top of the tower. Okay, that's her. So that was move. Now magic, Shelfie.
Can I how far am I from this woman? Do I see her up at the top of the tower?
I
went up 60 feet,
Yeah, roll a d20 under your wisdom. You're not quite as tall as a tower, but you might see her.
Ooh, a 2. So I know that's gonna be, yeah, oh god, but 2 out of 6.
Yeah, if anything, like maybe you heard the screech of the bird because it got hit, and you spin, you can see this because the creature that threw the rock is standing very boldly. Like these creatures that you're facing are not scared of you. You don't think at this moment.
How far would she be away from me, roughly?
If we go up diagonal, 200 feet.
Oh god, yeah. That's one thing. The spell I was going to use on that other guy, the range is horrible on it, so I can't use it. But I'm going to, when I see her, I'm going to direct towards her and start reading a spell scroll again. I'm casting magic missile off the spell scroll with her.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that.
Dog, 2 6s, 6, 12, 14 plus 3 is 17 points of damage. As I cast all 3 bolts straight at her, and I go, "You do not take down the animals, the prey. You are the prey."
All right, so that's a Basha. You just hit a Basha.
Yeah, and I imagine she's fixing to bosh me.
Yeah, she's not too happy about that. Holy cow, how much damage?
17.
Oh no, that's pretty serious. She doesn't go down by any means, but she's definitely hurt. Holy cow.
Yeah, man, the web spell sucks. It's only got 10-foot range.
Yeah, you got to be super close to use it.
I know.
Yeah, it's powerful, but you got to be close. You got to be in the sea serpent's mouth. You guys on the stairs are fighting Stanish the Flesh Eater. Not that you know that, but the Ash Eater. I'm sorry. That's even grosser. But actually makes more sense. I'm just quickly writing down.
That's that smell you've been, Armorless. The ashes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyways, sorry. You were casting a spell as well, Tom?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a light on its eyes to blind it.
On the creature you're facing on the stairs? Okay, sure.
Yeah, and Armorless, due to his intelligence, I think he gets the creatures get -1 to their saving throw.
Huh?
Don't they? I mean, if you have high, bonus to your intelligence, do they take additional?
No, but that sounds like a Yang rule.
Okay, maybe I read it in a.
I like it. I mean, it probably isn't certain. That's the way it is in 5e, I think, but not in basic.
I thought I read it in maybe Swords and Sorcery. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you know what? I'll give it to you. Why not? He got a 12, so let's see if he makes it.
Okay.
That could be the difference between. No, he needed he only needed an 8. So even with the -1, that'd be 11. So he the spell fails.
Okay.
On it to affect him, unfortunately. But that sounds like a cool house rule. How about the other 2 are running down the stairs? The 2 henchmen. Water is staying, right? Actually, what's your charisma, Tony? Because he might run at this point.
My charisma is 15.
Oh yeah. 7. Yeah, so he's gonna stay as instructed. Young's henchman is running like hell for the boat. You're probably lucky at this point that you had those 2 boats there. Okay. Who didn't go? Everybody's gone, right? Crystal moved. Spell. He's staying. Spell. Okay, so the only thing left to go is Stanish the Ash Eater is going to swing at. Now he's in the form of a giant man, and he's going to try to punch you in the grill with his big fists. 11. What's your AC again? Negative something? Negative 1?
-1.
Okay, so in order to hit you, he needs a 12. That just misses you. And he swings down with his second fist. Oh, it misses with the 1. Wow, you're dodging everywhere. You avoid that guy.
Nice.
The creature at the top of the tower already went. So that's the end of that round. Going into the next round of combat, who is anybody casting a magical spell or a
I'm casting a spell.
soul or movement? Okay.
Let me look real quick, see what I got left.
This is high level stuff, so we take our time.
No, I mean, there's really nothing. No, I mean, no spell.
Okay. Did you also continue to levitate up? I'm assuming-
No, she would stay at about the 60 feet range up
Okay.
where she's at.
Yeah, you are floating 60 feet up. You seem well, yeah. I mean, you're not sure if you're safe from the rock thrower, but you feel like you're pretty safe from the fire creature. Okay, initiative, Tony.
Oh, come on, D6. You've been good to me. Hey, a 6.
Nice. Okay, spell crystal. Or Shakira.
She transformed into a golden dragon.
Nice.
Uh,
That's pretty badass.
what? Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're
What the heck?
Okay.
She's invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An invisible golden dragon. Okay. Yeah, you two turn into a dragon, which is pretty badass. Nobody else is casting a spell, right? So anybody throwing a missile? No. So I'm just gonna go in the line. What's Shelfie doing then? Just hanging out?
Yeah, right now that's just what she's going to do. Just stay 60 feet to see what happens.
All right. Immortalus, you're facing off against this giant man.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, nice. I got 20, natural 20.
That definitely hits.
And the second attack actually hits armor class 6. So I believe the second one's a miss. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 4.
Come on.
And 4 plus 1, that's 5. Do I double that?
Why would you double it?
Okay. D20 doesn't do double damage, right?
No.
No. Yep,
Man,
5 points of damage.
A set of house rules for y'all.
I'm like confusing between like the second edition AD&D.
Also, you're lucky that it doesn't, because remember he rolled a 20 on you last time when he did 14 points of damage. You would be toast probably. No double damage.
He does 5 points of damage on him.
Yeah, that's you cut into him. He mocks you and laughs. Ha 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 ha! You cannot hurt the Ash Eater. And from that wound, roll a d6.
I got 6.
6. Black, gross beetles start pouring out of the wound, and they kind of like crawl down his leg. Well, you cut it because he's tall, so you probably hit him in the leg. Crawl down his leg to the ground and start scurrying around. They're not bothering you; they're just nasty.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's pretty gross. All right, that's everybody, right? Now it's his turn. So he looks at you and he goes, "Now, punny man, or elf, prepare to be food for my insects." Ooh, 8. That doesn't hit you because I know that I need a 12, right? Misses, and he swings again. Ooh, 17. Comes down with 2 mighty fists. Oh, no, they're not 6-sided dice. They're 8-sided dice. Rolling the wrong dice here. There we go. 12 points.
Ooh, yeah. That's terrible.
That's a good reaction. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, yeah, he pummels you with his fists. On the tower, you turned into a dragon, right? I'm just gonna do a quick morale check on our lady. Nope, she don't give a heck about your dragonness, and she's gonna throw a stone at you. She's not hasted though, so she only gets 1. And I don't think that's gonna hit you.
I am.
That hits AC 2, so that misses. So the another stone flies down at the dragon, but misses. And that would be the end of that round. So coming into the next round, is anybody doing spells? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Spells. He's going to cast invisibility on himself.
Are there any plants that are up there close to where that lady is? That like that are growing grass or weeds or stuff up there where she's at?
Not on the top of the tower. In fact, although you probably can't see it from where you're up, but no, there's nothing there. The only thing you see that's growing at all is that tree. There's like little bits of it's pretty rocky. This thing.
How close is that guy to it? The guy, the ash eater guy.
Oh, he's not close to it at all. He's down near the bottom. Like the ash eater guy is. Hold on. Let me
I don't know what this. I tried to find this anywhere. I don't know. It's a potion control plants, but I can't find a spell or anything in the book that would tell me what the distance and all that is. Do you know?
I think it's. Doesn't it say something like the same as? We're animate and control all plants and plant-like creatures, including monsters within 10 by 10 area, up to a range of 60 feet.
All right, yeah, so she would know that.
You're not close enough to do that, unfortunately. I mean, that's the ring, so I'm assuming the potion does the same thing, just lasts for less time. Oh, hold on.
What page is the spell on?
No, no, there's no spell. I'm looking at the potion.
Oh.
Is it a potion or a spell?
It's a potion, control plants.
The potion's on X48.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Plants and plant-like creatures, including monsters. Oh, it's more, though, in a 30 by 30 area, but up to 60 feet, so you're still not close enough, I don't think, for that. They can twist, writhe, and tangle victims in the area. Yeah, I mean, if you use that growth of plants, if you got close enough, you could make the tree tall enough to reach her, but I don't think there's anything really close enough to either one of them at this point, unfortunately. That would be
that's fine. She would know that, so she's just going to stay levitating in the air. There's not much else she can do right now.
All right, you're levitating. All right, so let's roll initiative, Tony, to see what happens.
I casted invisibility on my character.
Well, you'll cast it if you win initiative, you will.
Okay.
Out of 4.
But I hope that Tony likes you. 2. Okay, so spells go first. Boom, you're invisible.
Thanks.
That's the only magic that's happening. Okay, so Shakira, what you want to do?
Okay, so Shakira, she can see that rock user from here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Now you're a dragon. You're probably about as big as that tree.
Great. She's gonna breathe fire at the rock thrower.
Nice. All right, save versus dragon breath. A 1. Full damage. What is the damage for the breath? What hit points, basically?
Is it my current hit points or my max?
Current hit points.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Yeah, you breathe fire on this nasty creature. She's still up, but she's hurt very bad. She screams out in pain. You bastards! I'll rip your lungs out. Yeah. That's what she says.
I'm kind of like cock my mouth and like kind of just trying to get the last bit of that flame spit out.
Nice. Shelfie, you're just hanging out?
Yeah, she's just gonna, stay there, 60 feet floating, because I can't fly, so.
Okay, yeah, you can't. You can go up and down only. Okay, the creature, you turn invisible in front of it. So it's, it can't see you. And it doesn't have, let's see, spell, make a character, one person object visible, and the character becomes invisible, then the creature becomes, invisible item will become visible once again. Okay, I'm going to say that, you're right in front of it, so it's going to, and it's magical, so it knows stuff. It's going to cast a ring of fire encircling both you and it. Like it just basically casts it about 20 feet out from itself. So you're not hit by it because you're, because you didn't move yet. But now you and the creature are inside this ring of fire. Amorlus. Say your name again. Armorless.
Armorless. Yep.
Yeah. So basically, a ring of fire forms more or less about 20 foot back. Well, it's only 6. So yeah, it's about 20 foot back from you. So you two of you are inside this ring of fire. Although I will say that stairs aren't quite 20 feet. So in theory, you could leap off the side, but you're awful high up. So I don't know if you want to do that. Okay, that's all it's going to do. Oh no, and the rock throwing creature is not pissed. You breathe fire at it. Yeah, you see her disappear. I mean, because you're on the ground, you can't see her. So she ducks down. You don't see her. She moves, basically. So coming to the next round, we've got the fire ring around Armorless. And the gold dragon just breathes fire at the tower. And we got a floating magician. And what does everybody want to do? Any spells, missiles, movement?
I'm going to do melee this time. Or move in melee, if I can.
Okay, you're going to like fly up to the top of the tower?
Actually, since I don't see her at this moment, I'm actually going to go help out Armorless.
You're going to fly down to the creature? Okay. Yeah, you should be able to reach him. That's fine. So you're moving and then melee, that's fine. Nobody's casting a spell, right? Okay,
Nope.
So let's go initiative, Tony. I just lost my die. Hold on. Sorry.
3.
Oh, 6 goes first. The creature disappears. The ring of fire is still there.
The ring of fire, it's around the creature or myself?
It's around you. It's basically a wall of fire that's about 10 feet tall. It formed basically, imagine it made a ring around the both of you. I mean, it didn't know where you were, but it kind of assumed you couldn't have moved too far, so it just made a ring of fire. So you're inside of it, basically.
Oh, I got you. So he's like inside. So he's like kind of trapped by it if he tries to move out of it now.
If you try to move through the ring of fire, you'll likely take damage. I mean, you're an elf, so you probably would know that you could pass through it, but it'll burn you, because it's a ring of fire. Low hit dice creatures can't pass through it at all, but you're high enough level you could pass through it.
And if I try to cast the spell, then I'm going to appear, correct?
That's right. If you cast a spell, you're going to appear.
Okay.
The only thing you can do while invisible and not appear, basically, is like movement and stuff like that.
I can move, right?
You definitely can move. Yep. So,
Okay.
in fact, you go first because your movement goes before anything. So you move where you want to move to.
Okay, so if I see this thing go invisible, what I'm going to do, since I turned into a raven, I'm going to assume my sword and everything fell down where I was a while ago. So Shakira would like to fly down and pick up her sword.
I mean, you're not going to be able to do that as a dragon. Well, yeah, you can. Okay. No, that's fine. You can fly down. You won't be able to use the sword as a dragon. I mean, you're a dragon.
Well, in that case,
If that's what you're thinking.
are there any henchmen or anything left?
You don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
No, I'm sorry. The henchmen are not invisible. Why do I think they're invisible?
No.
As soon as Crystal turned visible, all those henchmen went visible as well.
yeah.
yeah.
The one run to the boat.
Yeah, so Yong's henchman is currently in the boat, moving away, and you probably see the cleric. Yeah, because I don't know why I had you guys invisible all that time. Well, I saved your henchmen because I forgot they should turn visible as soon as Crystal did it. Actually, every single one of you should have turned visible then, but I guess the main PCs already were. Whatever, that was my fault. So yeah, you do. You see the henchmen. You see one of them is gone on the boat. I'm going to say probably almost far enough away that you can't see it because the boat falls into the fog. And the other one is waiting on the stairs for a command. And of course, you see Tony's magic meter floating above.
Okay. And the one that's waiting on the stairs, is that the cleric?
Yep. That's Tony's cleric character.
Ah, crap.
It's Watir.
Okay. So he can't, they can't use, and I use a sword, right? But could.
No. I know what you're going to ask me. Magic swords can only be used by fighters and fighter types.
All right. So they can't grab it at
That's
all.
part of the balance issue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's stupid. I'm going to flop to the top of the tower, and I'm going to breathe fire down into it now. I'm going to try and kill that hag. I can't really help if I can't see the other creature.
Okay, yeah. You fly up to the top of the tower and kind of get on the edge of it or whatever, and you look down. It's mostly destroyed. It looks like there was a big fire in there or something. And
There's about to be again.
yeah, and you can see down into it that that's like it's collapsed. You see about a bunch of bodies down there. Probably of the nuns and such. And you see that creature. Maybe let me just see where she would have gone. Yeah, what's her move? I was up to see if she got down past the area where you can get. I don't think so, but let me just quickly check. She ran last round. It wasn't in combat, so she can make her full movement, which is 120. Yeah, you don't see her. You can blast down into the fire, but you do not see she's either hiding down there or below where you can't see.
Yeah, all right. I'll just blast down another fire then.
Okay. I'll make her make a save, and I'll give a chance that some of it will affect her, even though she is actually yeah. I'll make a save. What the hell? She made it though. No, what's your hit point?
12.
You're gonna take half damage, so Tilsa take 6.
Oh, I have to take half damage?
No, she's gonna take half damage. Why would you take half damage?
Oh.
No,
I
she
thought you said I did.
I'm allowing it to hit her even though she wasn't actually there. Because I imagine fire breath would like go through the staircase and shit. I mean, it's a dragon.
Yeah, I like to imagine it like when the fire hits and it kind of erupts back up like a volcano. It goes through like all the windows and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what happens. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Thank you for saying that. How much damage was that? 12?
Mm-hmm.
That affects everything in the tower.
Good.
Okay. Good to know.
I have a feeling that's not very good.
Good to know. Okay, yeah, you blast the fire down through the tower. But I guess everybody witnesses that. So unless you're going to go somewhere with the levitation, Shelfie, the only other person to really do something right now, I think, is Young Shark. What is it that you want to do? You're basically in a ring of fire, just like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, he's basically going to move away from his current location, but he's assuming that the other guy probably can't see him either. So he's just going to move away to another edge of the ring of fire without crossing it.
Look, you're going to start circling around?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how lucky you are. I'm going to roll a d6 and you roll a d6. If we get the same number, you bump into each other.
Uh-oh. I got one.
Okay, no, you don't bump into each other. Assuming he's in there. You don't see him, clearly. Yeah, you guys kind of, you circle around the fire. I mean, nobody can see you. So as far as everybody's concerned, they just see this ring of fire sitting there.
In the ring of fire, is there any like rock or anything like that?
I mean, you're on the stairs.
On the stairs.
Basically on a staircase. Yeah.
Okay. Whereabouts on the staircase am I? Could you?
You're basically. I mean,
could you point at it with the pointer?
Well, I can't really, but I can make it really big, I guess. Okay. So I don't think you can see it if I do that.
Okay.
You see that platform right there?
Yeah.
You're basically like in the middle between these two platforms. Because he more or less formed, at the top and then came down and destroyed the skeletons. So he came down like a third the way down, then you charged up at him. So you guys are kind of on the stairs.
Okay. Could my character try to jump and land on the stairs without, if he falls, of course, he's going to take a lot of damage, but is he able to, hop over that ring of fire? And
I mean, it's 8 feet tall.
Okay.
You could climb, no, because you can't jump that far, especially in armor. You could probably try to climb off the side, but if you fall, you're going to fall pretty far. Or you could, I don't think you could leap over the ring of fire. That just doesn't feel very. It's 8 feet tall. I'm just trying to think. If it was on the stairs, you'd have to climb up really far and jump. You're in armor. No.
Okay.
You need to be able to fly.
Yep.
Come on now, get some flying spells. Weren't you ready for this? Okay, so in any case, you're basically in the ring of fire. You moved and you didn't encounter the guy. So we're coming into the next round. Is anybody doing a spell?
And Shelfie yells something out to the dragon that may pertain to her doing a spell.
Yeah, of course.
Shelfie is going to yell out at the dragon and go, "Use your magics. You've got all these magics. Use them. You can probably do something to get Armorless out of that."
Oh, yeah. I do have magics.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what I could use that could get him. Oh, wait, yeah, dude. I had another idea, though.
I rolled a 4, Daniel, for initiative.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
I have to know if she's doing magic or not, but
Oh, I know, but I was just going to let you know.
Okay.
I'm not going to this time because I'm going to try and use a non-magical solution.
Okay. Simultaneous. So that probably is good that you didn't use magic, maybe. Okay. So what's everybody doing now? I'll just kind of adjudicate. What is Shakira doing?
What I want to do is I want to fly down towards the water and take up like a mouthful of water, and then I want to go and like dump the water on the flames so that Armless can escape.
All right. That's pretty cool. You definitely can do that. All right. Yes, you swoop down and get a mouthful of water. Of course, you do not know where he is. So we'll do this. Go ahead, Armless, and make a 3d6 under your dex.
Armless drowns in the water now.
To see if you slip on the stairs and slide.
Baby. Okay, that's under. I rolled
Perfect.
12 and my dex is 15.
All right, perfect. Yeah, the water comes splashing down. You're able to stay. The water does not affect the magic, the circle. I mean, it's not regular fire; it's magical fire, so it just goes right through it. Good idea, though. I like it.
Choppy's up there just shaking her head.
Yeah.
What about the other guy? Does he slip and?
No.
Do we start hearing Ash Eater eat stare?
Right now, there he doesn't sleep. You actually,
To be fair, you've been a magic user your whole life. I've been a dragon for like an hour.
That's true. All right, so you shake your head. Are you going to do anything else?
No, she's just hoping that the dragon takes advantage of all those spells, that there's a couple of them that would come in handy.
Like,
there's my metagame for the night.
All right. It was a good one. She'll get it.
Armless is gonna watch the ground. I mean, to see whether if there are like impressions of footsteps and things like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope. But what does happen is all of a sudden you see more fire as this thing becomes visible again, and as a pillar of flame comes flying at you.
Ah, man.
Although I don't think it hits with that. It needs a 12, right? So it misses, but it gets 2 attacks. So second attack hits you. This pillar of flame flies down the stairs, towards you. It just kind of like goes like around the circle. It's basically filling the whole circle with fire. Low damage though, only 9 points.
Against Armless, right?
Yep, you're the only one there.
Yeah, he dies.
Okay. Yeah, so you get roasted, and you hear the elf scream out, "You should have used a spell!" and he becomes visible as he rolls down the stairs through the ring of fire, and you just see this like burst of this like circle of fire filling up as that happens. And that's all that creature can do this round. So we'll come into the next round. Is anybody want to do a spell or a
I'll use a spell.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna. I don't know if you call this using a spell. I'm going to come back down to the ground. I mean, she's 60 feet up, but she wants to, come levitate back down to the ground and have movement.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be movement. Yeah, that's just movement. Once you're levitating, you're already moving.
All right.
So you can do something else even. You can move. You can't cast a spell and do that, but you can move and then do something else.
Are we still hasted also or not?
Yep, you are.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that lasts for like 2 hours. I didn't check it, but it lasts for a long time. Let me just check.
Yeah, and Crystal, just so that you know, you got like 3 attacks times 2. That's 6 melee attacks.
That's also true.
I couldn't see him a while ago though. That was like I would have just flown down and attacked him because I was trying to get rid of the hags. Then when he turned invisible,
yeah, you can see.
I didn't really know what to do because I couldn't see invisibility. But like I'd forgotten I had all these spells. Like I said, I just turned into a golden dragon. Cut me a break.
Give it a break. Let me just check the time on haste. I think that 30 minutes. So yeah, it's only been like I don't know, like a few minutes at this point. So yeah, you guys are definitely hasted. Okay, so you're gonna do magic, Crystal. You're gonna move, Tony.
Yeah, so is the cleric too. He's gonna move once she comes back down.
Okay, so let's roll initiative.
All righty.
Silver 6.
Ooh, a 6.
Oh, simultaneous.
Oh,
So
wow.
again, I'll let you guys go first, but as things interact, they'll interact. So go ahead, Crystal, with your magic. Actually, movement goes for magic. What are you going to do? Where are you moving to, Tony?
When Shafi comes back down to the ground, she's going to look over at Watir. She's going to go, run for the water. Use your magics, and I have something too.
Okay, so you're going to go down the stairs.
Yeah, they're running back towards the boat.
Okay, you could probably almost get to the dock this round. I'll say if you. I mean, the cleric probably could if you yell it before you get to the ground. But if you want to stay together, then I'll say you're both out.
Yeah, she'd let him, since he's ahead of her, head that way or whatever.
Yeah, because he's in heavy armor, so he's going to be a little slower. So you can start to run down. Okay, that's a move. You do that, and the dragon, correct spell.
Seeing this thing take out her friend, a dragon tear floods down her golden cheek, and in a rage of fury, she launched a lightning bolt at this asshole.
Nice.
that just killed her friend.
Awesome.
So yeah, I should have looked at what that spell did while I was doing.
Yeah, lightning bolt does D6 per
level, I believe. Yeah, because that's the one I was going to use earlier when I got hit before I could.
Yeah.
The 66.
No, you're 11 hit dice, so 11d6.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll 6 to start with, and then I'll roll 5.
Okay.
So
I might as well roll. I'll roll it saved first.
okay.
10 on the C. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 5 more. Nice. So 22, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 44, 42, 43, 44 points of damage.
Wow, that's a hell of a lightning bolt. Yeah, it blasts into the creature. The flame, but the flame remains. It's not dead.
Wow.
I know. Well, it made its saving throw, so it only took half that damage.
Okay.
And you really haven't hit it yet. At that moment, you kind of catch out of the corner of your eye. The creature came back out that side door and throws a rock at you. Oh, it misses. So a rock goes flying past, missing. The fire creature disappears.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see it anymore. The ring of fire is still there, but the creature is gone. And that's it. So that's that round.
All right.
Is your henchman dead too? No, your henchman's gone, right, Young?
Boat.
Yeah, I told him to get to the boat, but I guess he rowed out into the middle of the lake.
Oh, yeah, he was like, screw that. He's gone. He left the whole party.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's just see what happens here.
Okay. So I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. You're going to cast a spell. You're moving, Tony?
Yeah, I want to. If I get to the water this time for both of them, there's something I want to do.
Okay. Is it a spell?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. One of them's a spell. One of them's a use an item, magic item.
Okay, that's fine. Just because it'll go first if you are. All right, so that's fine. Let's roll initiative. And you're casting a spell as well, right, Krista? Yeah.
I had a never 6. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay, you got a 3. So go ahead. I'll say you're at the water first. Let's just do Tony's characters first.
Yeah, when both Shalfie and the cleric get to the water, you see the cleric twist the ring on his finger, and he goes, "The stories about me are true, as you know, Shalfie. The rest of them do not. But I believe they are dead, or all going to be dead. Thy God has failed me this day. It is time for me to return to the land I come from." He twists the ring and takes off walking on the water as he uses his ring of water walking.
Nice.
And Shalfie is going to look and go, "Yes, as you know, there's something I can do to help myself in the water also," as she cast, and she starts shimmering green and blue, and you see almost scales that would come on her face, almost like fish gills, as she's casting water breathing on herself and going under the water.
Nice. Yes, you go into the water and up top with the dragon.
Okay, she's not letting this firefucker get away. She waves her hand across the area as she speaks some ancient dragon words that she's almost surprised that she understands being a dragon and all. And she casts dispel magic into that area.
Okay, where the
Finally,
disappear.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let me see that for a second.
That's like a 20 by 20 by 20 foot area.
Yes, that should even. I think that's even going to get the spell removed. Not affect magic items. Remove a spell created by magic is a lower level than the spellcaster. You may fail to remove magic effects from higher level casters. Okay, so any effects. Okay, so both the ring of fire and the invisibility go away. I just wanted to see if it was one thing, but it's all effects. So yeah, you do that and you see the creature.
Nice.
The big man. He's looking at you, and he doesn't look very happy with his burnt, lightning. He got burnt by the lightning, so he doesn't look very good. And he says to you, he says, I can fight fire with fire, and he speaks some magic words, and he seems to be summoning out of the water a creature that comes up. It's going to reach up and try to grab you. You're a 7th level fighter. It looks kind of like a dragon turtle, but it's kind of smaller. Oh my god, it rolled a 20. Go ahead and get a saving throw, though.
Saving throw versus
spells.
Not one.
Not one? Okay. Okay, so the dragon turtle comes up out of the water. I look up dragon turtle. Dragon turtle damage is... Oh, actually, oh my god. Wow. It's only a d6 times 10 damage.
Nice.
You take 50 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so it grabs and, there's like a light, flash of light as the golden dragon's no longer around.
Yeah, it reaches up and bites into the dragon and pulls you down into the water. The cleric's walking across the water. Make a saving throw versus magic.
all right. Yeah, and he's yelling at the other elf that is left of him. He's probably sees him rowing out there, and he's yelling at him, wait up, wait up. Let's see. I think that's going to make it. Let me look. Are they on here? Yeah, no, that's actually going to be a fail.
Okay. And I think your other character's under the water, so they wouldn't get a chance. Is anybody else above the surface? Your character, Young, who's running, so I'm going to say no. All right, so you guys make your way back to the shore, or you try to anyways. But as soon as you dive under the water, you see the third of the family under the water.
The family
sitting at the bottom, eating giant clams directly from the shell. And when you dive in, it looks up at you, green gray, sinewy, and slick. He looks at you and moves towards you to attack. I'm gonna let you roll
towards Shalfie.
Yeah,
all right.
You're under the water. Go roll your initiative. You. Oh, 1.
Oh, 3.
Okay, you're gonna go first. So you see this thing coming at you. It's kind of a little taller than a man, but very kind of gross and green and nasty.
She's going to wait till it gets close to her, and she's going to cast web on it.
Oh, nice. Well, just like the crystal, I'll give it a saving throw to see if you can get it on its. Because in front of the wall, you're going to try to get it across its face or whatever.
Yeah, she's just going to try to cover up the front of it, and web the front of it.
Give it a saving throw.
Kind of like a barrier.
13. Let me see. Save versus magic. It needs a 16. Oh, it fails. Wow. That's like a go-to move now that Crystal created. Yeah, you web this thing and it's trying to pull away and it kind of sinks to the bottom. And I'm assuming you continue to swim.
Yeah, she'll continue swimming as long as she can.
All right. I'm gonna roll a morale check on Young's other character to see if they. You know there was another boat there, right? You do realize that, but I guess you're not gonna go back for it now.
Oh no, no. Once they started, they were.
No, that Young's character henchman does not leave. Does not stop. They're like peace. But the web lasts a long time, as we decided before. The water walk and blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, you guys will get back to the shore, no problem. Eventually, when you get there, you what level was that character that ran, Young?
He was level 3.
Okay, just make a saving throw versus, let's say, Death Ray.
He does not make it. 7.
Okay, so when you guys get back to the shore, you walk across. You see that you see the boat there, and you see just beyond the dock the thief, or no, an elf, right? The elf is torn to pieces, and there's it looks to you maybe like some of the undead deck to it. And at that, Tony's 2 characters who kind of got away. Tell me, how does this end for you?
Oh man, the cleric, Watir. He goes back to his monastery or wherever he's from, and he goes up to the high priest, and he takes off this ring that has been given to him, and he lays it on the altar, and he goes, "I want to go back to the name I've always been known as. It is Water. Water. I do not ever want to have anything to do with walking water again." And that will end the story for the cleric known as Watir or Watir. And Shalfi goes to the back to the town or whatever, and goes into the tavern and gets blankety blank drunk. And she looks over to see a pretty elf, and picks an elf up for the night and tells him the story of what she just went through. And she goes, y'all live long time. I mean, I know y'all are pretty intelligent, but ain't a damn dragon smarter than y'all? A damn dragon would know to use spells first, wouldn't he? That ends the story for Shalfie.
Nice. So, sitting in a dark chamber, Sakura, you awaken. You're strapped down by some kind of force that seems to be withholding your magic, so you can't. Your immediate body's to transform, and you're not able to do it. And you see 3 hideous ogres around you, and they look at you and they say, "Now we have the power of a dragon. We'll be unstoppable." And fades to black.
Oh.